Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. The year is 1071 AD and we are here with a glorious 1212 AD historical battle for you today as we are recreating the Battle of Manzikert here as the Byzantines are marching eastwards to deal with a Turkish threat. The Seljuks are marching westwards, sacking and raiding Byzantine land, and now the Byzantine Emperor Romanus IV has had too much of this, and he is now marching out to deal with this threat once and for all. And already there is going to be a bit of a fight going on here. As you can see, the Byzantine Cav charging out, including a general here actually going out. It's a bit of a bold move, but yeah, the Seljuk player actually made a bit of a mistake dismounting his cavalry here. So though I'm not going to necessarily charge his cavalry, I'm just going in to scare the horses off so he can't remount them. And in fact, I think go in for a charge here onto his Ghazi horse archers, running them down with my medium shot cav here. And it looks like we're going to see, well, actually these are just some Gularmen here, which are going in by the looks of it. And they're going to get hit as well, and this is a heavy cav unit, this is. And they just got absolutely smashed and overwhelmed there by the Hippovader Datoy, which is a very cool, badass looking unit, that is for sure. And now we have cavalry going in, and it's actually, like, all of a sudden it's turned into a bit of a, like, even though it wasn't intended, it started a skirmish, did that mistake. That is for sure. And you can see here, looks like the cavalry's going to get caught. And in it goes, yeah, that medium cav, they're getting caught, unfortunately. And there you go, the first fight is underway here at Manzikert. So obviously many of you may know this battle. It is a decisive one and does kind of set the balance of power in Anatolia for the next few centuries as the Byzantines do lose it. It is a decisive Byzantine defeat. But history may get changed today. The Byzantines are here to try and recreate history. Do let me know if you're rooting for the Team Byzantines or Team Turks. I'd be interested to know who you're rooting for. But as you can see there, the Hippovader Datoy trying to get out there. It's actually pulling out. I don't know if this is really a smart idea. It has no support. But it looks like the general might let them go as they retreat to their own front lines. And yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, this battle is pretty decisive. It starts as like a fairly evenly matched battle. Both sides have about 40,000 troops. But the Byzantine army is split in two. And in fact, the one half of the Byzantine army gets absolutely wiped out and deserts before Manzikert even starts. So they're only actually about 20,000 Byzantines taking on about 40,000 Turks. So yeah, it was a very tough one. It actually went pretty well for the Byzantines to start with. They were pushing up a hill, which we don't actually really have one here today. Pushing up a hill, and they did kind of push back the Turks, get in towards their camp, but then their flanks faltered and broke, and the center, which is where the Varangians and the Emperor Romanos IV were like making a stand, and they kind of then get like, he gets captured, I believe, as the Byzantine Emperor, and his guard wiped out. But yes, so yeah, it was a historical defeat. We're going to see what happens here in this 1212 AD battle. But yes, if you're enjoying the historical battles and would like to see some more 1212 AD content as well generally, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, guys, and feel free as well to leave a comment as well if you've got any sort of recommendations for any future historical battles you want to see maybe. I'll be more than happy to take them on board. Numbers wise, it is not as differences. It's not like double the amount, because then the Byzantines would stand no chance. So it is about 9,600 against 8,100. So yeah, it's fairly close. Balance power is way in favor of the Turks, and they also have a lot more cavalry, and cavalry is king in this game. So we'll be seeing how that does. Julian Gularman setting up here. We have Gulaman as well setting up over here. So we've got heavy bow and medium hybrids all setting up here. They're all shooting. There's 3 company men-at-arms here. And there were some, so these guys here are representing some Norman and French knights that were also serving with the Emperor at the time. So there's some mercenaries they were. So they're representing them. So yeah, so we've got a couple of units of the 3 company men-at-arms here as well. And they're all getting shot at. Really, this player over here needs to protect his cavalry. They need to make sure that they're not just getting shot at for free, because you're damaging the armor then. I don't think any of these have died yet. They're getting bloodied up, though, I'm sure. They look glorious, that's for sure. It's kind of going to be weird to see these guys fighting side by side with a lot more Eastern style like armies. They do look awesome. And it's only 20 more years after Manzikert anyway until the Crusades actually start getting underway. So maybe... Well, I mean, it was at the request of the Byzantine Emperor at the time, whose name's escaped me. I think it was Michael or something like that. And he demanded that like the Crusaders came and helped him try and reclaim some of their land. Looks like we're going to see a charge here, though. Look at this. Guards, Lancers, Cuman Royal Guards, all going in. In they go. It's not slowing down. The Guards, Lancers are a light shock cap, but if they can get a good charge off, they can do some decent damage. They're going into Cuman Royal Guards, which there were some Cumans and Pechenegs serving with the Byzantines. And it looks like, yeah, these Cumans here are going to absolutely wipe it forward. Then we've got Prononoi here going in. Looks like they're looking for an opportunity to go after something. We've got some Gulaman here. But here we go. Ghazi Lancers going in. Again, Ascari Lancers a better unit, though. Losing to the Prononoi. Probably because of the chevrons that they have on. But here we go. Ghazi Lancers going in. And this is still going to hurt these Byzantine infantry. There you go. And the general now coming across. And it's getting all a bit messy over here. More and more cav, though, shifting across in this direction. Now, as you can see, we've got Junior Gulaman coming in as well. Cavalry surrounding the Ghazi Lancers down here. Surround them, boys. Cut them down. There you go. They're dealt with. Junior Gulam going in. It's getting very messy. Yeah, this was a scenario that we did on my Discord server. So if you want to get involved in some of these awesome 1212 AD scenarios that feature on the channel, or send in your own replays, or just you're looking for more 1212 AD games, feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. And you're more than welcome to stop by and get involved in some medieval action. It looks like that Prononoi, I'm probably butchering that name, but it's dead anyway. That cav unit over there, the Byzantine cav, that's gone. That's getting swamped by a general there, and also it looks like he's getting shot at by archers and, yeah, all sorts of stuff there. So that's unfortunate. So cavalry-wise, certainly I came out a bit worse off for where I'd say, but we also did do some pretty decent damage to the cavalry here of the Turks, and it looks like we're about to see another charge. Yeah, it looks like, I think, here we go, look at this, yeah, going in again. Junior Gulam going back in. For round 2, it seems. Brave of them, taking on a fresh, healthy Byzantine cav unit. I'm trying to bring up spears as well to try and support, but looks like I'm going to get my cav out alive just about. Got a general over here clashing with cavalry again. I think they were going after crossbows, which is a good target to go after. And now they're stuck in combat, that's the problem. Another cav unit coming in, though. Trying to back up, trying to deal with this general. And in comes my cavalry as well to try and surround them and stop them from getting out there. It's getting very messy. And more cavalry coming in, going after Javis here. Brutal. And here we go, a counter charge now from the swords, and it's getting all underway now. It's getting very messy. Yeah, there you go. The first sort of real engagement with infantry as well, and it's all getting sucked in now into these cavalry fights. We've got spears going in here, these Ekrior spearmen, which are actually pretty solid. Yeah. Turning into a very messy fight now. Just poke at those cavalrymen. There you go. I think the cavalry's getting out. It takes some losses because it's not got anything to support it, but there will be swords and stuff coming up. We've got Ascari Lancers looking like they're going to break, but more and more spears being thrown in as well to try and trap cavalry. And we've got infantry fights now starting to appear as well. And this battle of Manzikert is starting to get underway. Kill them all. We must defend the Empire. I imagine a lot of you will be rooting for the Byzantines, as a lot of you are lovers of Rome and just everything that's like represents Rome, like the Byzantines. This guy's getting surrounded though. Ekrior swordsmen not so great, but they will do okay. We actually do have Varangians here on the battlefield.
I don't know where. Oh, here are some. We've got the Anglo-Varangian, which are like Saxon Varangians, a mix of Saxons and also Vikings. So yeah, they're about to go in. These big angry axemen, they're about to get sent in against something. We've got a cav unit here in the back lines trying to route spears. Let's get the right angle. We've got Vada Totoy as well, which is an awesome looking unit. Love that this unit got added in that Byzantine update. It seems like a lifetime ago at this point now. It does look awesome. Right flank, very, very quiet though. Just a big standoff going on at the moment. And it looks like the left flank, it looks like they're about to get into combat as well. Really everything right now going on in the center as this battle rages on here. I mean, it's obviously better for the Turks to be a bit more pacifist. Like, they want the Byzantines to charge at them, because then they can take them out with, like, their archers, and just, like, do feint attacks and stuff like that. That's all they need to do. General here, my general, is taking on and holding back spears, cavalry, the whole lot. I'm certainly winning on this flank here, as my Varangians get in here, and they're going to start decimating this spear unit here. Shock infantry against spears, easy win, it really is. Especially these Varangians as well, which are just brutal. They are like the creme de la creme of shock infantry. They really are. Here we go. General, though, going in behind. This is risky, because if he gets trapped and isolated, like he looks like he might be about to now, but he's Pronoi going in here. They're going to try and catch this general. Oh, did they get stopped on something? They got stopped on that with, like, one little cav unit there that's already engaged. And there you go. Kind of ruined their cav charge, but they are getting in there now against that general. And here we go, that general, if he tries to pull out, he's going to lose a lot of men, risk his army. So he needs to stay in there. We've got spears now joining, some scooter toy spears going in. And that is getting underway as well. The left flank over here as well is starting to get involved. Less, like, decent infantry over here. We have just got a lot of mercenary Anatolians that are holding the line over here for the Byzantines. So they haven't actually got all professional troops here. So this might give the Turks an opportunity to break through. This is where I'd be putting a lot of pressure on these less elite troops, you could say. They are only light melee. And you can see here, actually, Scooter Toy aren't doing so great either. Losing decisively. I think that's because there's axe units in here. We've got Ghazi Axemen also in here doing some damage. The battle line continues. I mean, look at it. This one they should be okay with. Cavalry over here also getting repulsed by the looks of it. Actually, well, no, it's not being repulsed. They've just annihilated the Ghazi infantry unit. Wow. Well done to them. Cavalry seems like it's going okay, but they are getting hit a lot by, like, Ghazi horse archers. And just that's going to affect the melee for the Byzantines. But it looks like they've got some Varangians over here, and they are cleaning house. You can just see where the Varangians are. They just got their big old axes. And they're just decapitating Turks left, right, and center right now. Got Ghazi horse archers here. They're getting focused on. They are a light bow cav, so yeah, they are pretty vulnerable to things like archers. Enemy general has fallen. There you go. So I think that was the general that got isolated in the back. But also my general here in real bad situation. He is, yeah, could break at any moment. I've got Javis and stuff in here actually in combat. I don't think they've actually used many of their Javis. They are literally being sent into combat just to try and help pull out my own general. And there you go. Another general coming in to help rout this Ascari Lancer. And that might just have preserved the center for now. Because if I lost the general, this army's going to rout. Because these Scooter Toy, they're getting beaten. My spears over here are holding okay, though. Hold the line. But this general's now freed up. Hopefully he can get in behind, do some kills on these junior Gulam and... Oh, sorry, they're not junior Gulam. They're Gulam foot guards. They're actually pretty good. They're a hybrid unit. It looks like, yeah, look at that. With that charge from the Varangians, it's starting to rout these Equial spearmen. So that's a win there. And in go more and more Varangians. And to be fair, as a Turk, I would be scared of some pretty large, angry Vikings / Saxons. They're already pretty bloodied up. They've routed another unit there. I know that's just the same Ecriol spears. The swords are still going on strong. Cavalry coming in here, starting to mop up these guys here. Another engagement starting to take place over on this side here. The right flank is getting a little bit more engaged. Why this general went head on in, I do not know. But he's got himself engaged over here. And we've got some of those Frankish knights also in there as well. We've got pikes. We've got pikes over here. Men of Latoy going in. So that's not going to be a good fight there for the general. Why he's staying in combat when there's pikes and spears and all sorts in this is turning into a bit of a blob over here. It really is. Really, really complicated and hard to see who is who. So much cavalry in here. He hides the infantry. There is infantry in there. And it looks like now we have the right flank as well pushing forward. I believe that this guy actually desynced, unfortunately. So this is actually turning into a bit of an AI army, and this is not good because if this right flank just gets absolutely wiped out, then it's good. Like minimal losses, this could be pretty detrimental to the left flank. Which, to be honest, we're coming out with very little right now. Left flank, there's been a few breakthroughs, but also they have broken through themselves. Have the Byzantines with the Varangians, of course. It's the Varangians. They're chopping these guys down. Kill them all. There we go, getting a rear charge there from the general as he goes into the back lines, hits those guys hard. And there aren't many men that will stand their ground after being rear charged by a heavy cav unit. And he's just bouncing off. I think he's going to go into this, this other general over here now, which could be a risky move. General v general. But it looks like he got the charge on the Turkish general, so he might just about be okay. His unit's still, like, filing in there. It wasn't exactly a decisive charge. There you go. Yeah, these guys, a heavy command here, that starting to struggle. Got some swords as well, trying to back them up. It's always a good idea in a cav fight if you can, especially against a general. Get some cavalry in there. When you get cavalry and get infantry in quickly to support. Look, I think these are the Ghazi horse archers. Yeah, these light bow cav charging into the Turkmen archers, and they are light bow cav, so they're not really designed for this. Unfortunately, they are suffering because of it. There you go. These guys look like they're going to waver and break. Unfortunately, there they go. And it looks like the centre is just about going to go in favour of the Byzantines for now, but it is. It certainly was pretty damn close. The right flank over here, not looking good. The general getting himself isolated there. And the slog for the infantry fight continues. An allied general is dead. That is this general that got isolated over here. And yep, that's... His right flank is already looking pretty dicey. They're going to surround these guys, I imagine, soon. You can see already wavering. Like, it's pretty bad there. It's not good to see. We've got Gulen foot guards in the front line over here. These guys are heavily armored. Pretty useful in melee. We've got Vardar Zatoy over here, though, as well. They'll put up a strong fight against those Gulen foot guard.
Refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
It's a badass looking unit, that's for sure. Epirus has got a similar one, I know, but it's in blue. I don't really think it's Vardar Zatoy, but it's something very similar. As you can see over here now, the like right center and the left center armies have won their fights, and the left is just clearing up a few stragglers, and they have done a pretty decent job, but it has cost them a lot. I mean, I'm coming out with basically nothing. I'm kind of like relied on my my allies for their cavalry at the end there. Their cavalry just about surviving these fights. And I needed them to help mop up some of these guys. I mean, the left certainly looked like it could go either way for a while with the infantry fights and both sides losing a point. Gulam foot guards here doing their bit. Chop them down, boys. Do whatever you must. Kill every last one of them. There you go. So how many numbers are there left? There are 3,800 against 2,600. So the Turks have got a disadvantage in numbers now. But this army over here, if they can kill this off quickly, it'll rout it because it is without a general. It would even the numbers out. A sizable amount of forces are being trapped in here. I mean, they're surrounding these guys bit by bit. The Varangians going in, even if they are AI controlled, they'll still be a formidable foe. I think this army also sent over a lot of its cavalry to support over on this side, so I think it is without cavalry, so they don't really have anything to hammer and anvil, but these Belabay's bodyguards here could rear charge, I guess. They are still routing a lot of stuff, which is good to see. That also will affect morale for the other units. But it looks like it's just the Vardar Totoy and the Varangians left. Everything else has routed. So it's just really the elites left. Anglo-Varangian starting to waver though. 84 men. Shameful display. You're supposed to be the Emperor's bodyguards. You win or you die. There's no surrender for you. I mean, look at the men they're fighting as well. I mean, they should not be fearing them. They are literally men in, like, well, no armor. Vardar Totoy, though, fighting on a long front, and they're holding their ground. They're combat even. And they're not even wavering. They're a tough unit to kill. I mean, they look so heavily armored. They look like they should be tier 2 or tier 3. They're tier 1. Like everything is here. As we are in, like, 1071. We're way before 1212. Where tier 1 starts. Okay, they still have some cavalry, actually. They still have these junior Gulam here, actually. Whether they could have used those to rear charge and just rout these guys quicker, I don't know. But they have nearly set up. Numbers-wise, it's about 1,000-man difference. But it looks like, I mean, the Byzantine troops here are exhausted. All these guys are really beaten up. Certainly some of these formations could be beaten back. There's also some of the healthy ones that are just made up of mercenary Anatolians, which have somehow actually come out of this fight in pretty good condition. I don't know how you guys have done that, but well done.
Enemy units have been rallied.
Looks like the Byzantines are just going to close the gap. They can see, I mean, look at this. The Turks are trying to surround this final unit and rout it. So if the Byzantines can get in there quickly, they can, like, counter-surround that army if they can get in there quickly. The cav, though, is obviously going to be a problem. We've got generals that are really on the front line now, being cavalry units. We have got also some Free Company still alive, but that is about it. Some horse archers here, way wide as well. Some Gulam man here. But here we go. Looks like the Turks aren't going to reposition. They really want to break this Vardar Totoy before they have to worry about the other impending Byzantine armies. And you can just see over there come the Byzantines. We've got Varangians over here, fresh. Well, not really fresh, but still healthy, put it like that. And in they go, into the back lines. Chop them down, boys. Kill every last one of these Turks. Send them back to their homes in pieces. This is Byzantine land here at Manzikert. And look at that, breaking some of these guys. There is a bit of breaking going on. Still some Scooter Toy that are starting to waver here. But yeah, you got Gulam foot guards and stuff. They're actually starting to waver. And they're more of the elite troops We've got fire arrows as well coming in, and that's actually decisively routing these troops here. Fire arrows does do a lot of damage to morale, -4 to be precise. And the Varangians now going to the side of these Ecriol spearmen, the more elite spears that we were talking about. Well, more well trained. I wouldn't call them elite. There isn't really an elite spear, actually, I think about it, in 1212. Not like in like Dauntless Days where you got like iron guards and things. There's not a unit I'd say that's an elite spear unit. Unless, I mean, some of you might be able to think of some. I certainly can't. Got some mortar toy guard going in. These are an archer unit, medium bow archer, but they've got a decent sword and shield. And this is some decent armor as well. Oh, they're coming out of combat because they have to deal with this spear unit. They look pretty badass. Look like they could hold their own if they had to go into combat. Not if they got charged, but otherwise they look like they could do okay. Because charges into the back here from cavalry would quickly rout these spears, though. And yeah, I mean, this encirclement got quickly dealt with. This is the encirclement here, I think, against the Vata Toy and the Varangians. That got quickly dealt with, and now it's kind of turning into a few sporadic fights here and there. Cavalry over here, rear charging the Ecriol spearmen, and it does seem as though we're going to see a Byzantine victory here. We're going to see history being changed, and maybe this will mean a new golden era for the Byzantine Empire.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat.
Who knows?
We have gained the upper hand.
Ecriol spearmen, though, over here look like they're going to rout those guys there. Very nicely done. It's just a couple of cav units that are holding on. Junu Gulam holding here, and it looks like also a cav unit over here charging spears. Whether they did charge them or they got caught by them, I don't know. Need to be careful, though. Charging into spears can be unhealthy for cavalry, especially at this stage of the game where army losses will be starting to take effect, and those Ghazi horse archers, I think, are suffering. I think those Ghazi horse archers. No, maybe not. These are just all Junu Gulam. They just kind of look like the Ghazi troops as well. Actually, kind of. Well, they're not holding, but they're being persistent. We've got some Martelos crossbows over here as well. Maybe some mercenaries that are serving the Turks. How they proved to be on the wrong side. They should have been serving the Byzantines. We've got a general that charged in here. He's a banged up general, though. He's literally got 11 men left, and he actually holds on. That is insane. I think they're just trying to break these guys quickly, and they are chain routing now. Are the crossbows, and I think there's just a spear unit or something they've got to chase down. Spear unit and some calves. So we're just going to fast forward now as we wait for the mop-up to begin. But yes, I hope you guys did enjoy the battle. It's certainly been a fun one. It certainly seemed like a bit of a mistake, obviously, at the beginning with the dismount. But it did actually kind of initiate like a skirmish at the start, which kind of made it like a proper medieval battle where you have like a bit of a skirmish. Both sides test each other's sort of like strength. And then they both retreated, and then like an all-out assault did come. Kind of made it a little bit better, actually, if anything. Even if it did cost them some cavalry units. But, yeah, certainly I think if they managed to rout these armies over here a bit quicker, they might have been able to turn them, face them on this side. I'm not really sure. I certainly, also, you could say maybe put a lot of pressure with all their cavalry on one spot and try and just smash their way through. Might have worked. It's sort of tried to do it in the center a bit. There certainly was a lot of cavalry here. But honestly, it was a unfortunate fight. I think it was both sides fairly well balanced. Like one side had more cavalry. The Byzantines had smaller armies, but slightly more elite. They had like a couple of chevrons, and I mean the Varangians have earned silver chevrons. Apparently, they've done that well. But yeah, there you go, a Pyrrhic victory. So it was a close one. It was certainly a fun one, that was for sure as well. And like I said, we did do it on the Discord, so I was taking part in it. So yeah, thank you to everyone that also joined in. to Omens, to Red, and to Sly Unit, who are all playing as the Byzantines, was a fun one with some new players, which is also great to see. Well into Cyrus, to Bane, to Ascetic Monkey, and to Zach as well, who are all playing as the Seljuks. They put up a good fight, and yeah, they were just a bit unfortunate today. So we'll quickly have a look at some of the kills. So, my army, I got 444 kills with the Varangians. Oh my, those guys cleaned house. 129 kills with those spears there, 168 with the Skutatoy swords, 257 with this one here. Vardatoy getting 170 kills, and then the Javi's actually getting 91 kills. My Cav, yeah, not much, but it was kind of countering Cavalry, trying to put out Cav fires. Then we have Omens playing as, another Empire of Nicaea. 767 kills with his general. Oh my gosh. He died, but he did get a lot of kills. Those Varangians as well. 281 kills, still healthy as well. Spears, 148 kills. His mercenary Anatolians getting 149 kills. Actually did better than I expected. 121 with a Scooter Toy. 129 with another one here. His Archer's getting 135 kills, the best one. His Mortar Toy Guard getting 229 kills. And his Cav did a lot better. 113 with the Cuman Royal Guards. But 364 with this cavalry unit here. Then we have Red, who was the guy that did desync, unfortunately, but he got 101 kills with Anglo-Varangians anyway, 138 with his Vardar Toy, and his Frankish Knights getting 121 kills, not too shabby there. Then we have Sly Unit, who was playing as the final Empire of Nicaea, 537 kills with his general before he fell, 372 kills with his Anglo-Varangio. These guys just consistently got good kills. The Skutatoy Spears, 142 kills. His Pikes, only 84 kills, but I imagine they might have helped in some cav fights, I'm not sure. His Anatolian Infantry getting 161 kills. His Scooter Toy getting 161 kills. His Vardar Toy getting 321. These guys are nasty as well, it seems. And his Cavs, his Hippo Vardar Toy getting 229 kills, and his other one getting 412, also earning some good chevrons. Then we have Cyrus playing as the first of the Seljuks, 95 kills with his general. His Gulam Foot Guards, 74 kills. His Archers over here getting 134. His Ghazi Axeman getting 81 kills. His Gulaman Cav here getting 111 kills. Then we have Bane playing as one of the other Seljuk armies, 205 kills with his general. His Ghazi here getting 134 kills, 152 kills. His Ghazi Axeman, 198 kills and 139. His Crossbows getting 102 kills. Julian Gulam getting 134, 129. His Askari Lancers, 298 kills, some very good kills there from there, and the Gulaman getting 164. I think he was taking on Red here, who was the one that desynced, unfortunately, so he got some good kills, but still really well done. And then we got Ascetic Monkey here, 206 kills with his general, and then his Ekrior Swordsman here getting 106 kills. Unfortunately, he's like Gulam Foot Guards and stuff kind of got overwhelmed, I think, once the Cav for the Byzantines broke through. His own Cav as well also, I think, was putting out Cav fires a bit like mine, so didn't get great kills, but one of his Askari Lancers getting 134 kills. Then we have Zach playing as the final Seljuks. His Infantry doing okay, 70 kills, 103 kills. His Ghazi Axeman getting 77 kills, and then his Gulaman down here getting 80 kills. So yeah, unfortunate there for the Seljuks, but the Byzantines did win and have recreated history, and maybe now we'll be able to push back and reclaim lost provinces from the armies of Islam. But until then, guys, I will see you in the next 1212 AD battle. Bye for now.